Welcome to the world of the little creatures. Life is very big, even for the little creatures. You know they are all around and have lives just like you and I. I have a group I have been keeping an eye on for a while. I call them the tiny world critters. They have so many stories and have all sorts of adventures. They do have little houses and they are always planning things. All of them have distinct personalities, but sometimes they get into difficult situations. Let's start with the recent story about their lives. It began with the rabbit, Miss Hoppity Hop. Miss Hoppity has issues. Indeed, she is very cute, even beautiful, and she is more than happy to let you know this. But Miss Hoppity can manipulate people. You'll see. Rabbits, as you might know, like to live underground. Now, Miss Hoppity, she had a small above-ground house, but still sometimes wanted to be able to go into a nice underground habitat. There was only one problem. She did not want to do all the dirty work of digging one out. Then opportunity knocked. Terry the turtle was a kind of grumpy and also was very greedy. He had been telling everyone he wanted to make some vast money. He had books about gold mining. He told all of them he was sure there were he told all of them he was sure there were deposits somewhere around where they lived, because the ancient ones had told his great 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 grandparents that there was gold buried in the area. This got everyone excited, especially Harry the horse. He was always trying to make a big score, and even Betty Beaver, who was famous for saving all her money. Well, the story got around, and soon the story morphed into the turtle knew somewhere there was a map to the gold. Miss Hoppity saw her chance. Listening to them, she realized they would all try to find the buried gold. She had a plan. Miss Hoppity could talk and was very convincing. She knew she needed a lot of critters to do all the detail work she wanted. She knew just who to tell about the treasure. Harry and Larry, the twin mice brothers. They were always looking for action, and both wanted to get new cars. They were inside playing a game of checkers. Miss Hoppity knocked on their door. Harry ran to the door, opening it. He was surprised to see Miss Hoppity. "Wow, Larry, it's Miss Hoppity!" Larry got up and came over, equally surprised with the visit. They, of course, invited her in. It was a bit crowded, but soon all were sitting around their big table. Miss Hoppity leaned forward, whispering, "I think I know where the map to the gold mine is." Both Harry and Larry had heard this big talk from Terry the Turtle, but were suspect because he always had plans and ideas to get more money. Harry almost fell off his chair.
"You know where the map is?"
Miss Hoppity shook her head. "Yes, a migrating bird told me that all the birds knew about this. She said it was part of their ancient knowledge." Larry was standing and shouting.
"Well, tell us and we'll go get it and dig it up."
Harry was shaking his head in agreement. Miss Hoppity shook her head. "We have to be very careful because I want to make sure everyone gets some of the treasure." Harry and Larry shook their heads. Of course, something for the rest. Miss Hoppity let out a heavy voice. "But the map is in a very small place. I can't get in there, and Harry the Turtle certainly cannot." Harry the Mouse shouted out,
"That leaves out everyone except us."
Miss Hoppity smiled. "If I tell you, you have to promise to tell the others." They both agreed. Larry was shouting,
"Let's go get that map now."
Miss Hoppity agreed to show them where it was. They followed her to the edge of the forest that surrounded the area where they lived. There it was, the big oak tree. Miss Hoppity pointed to a small hole there in the tree trunk. She pointed. "The bird said it was in there." Both Harry and Larry were jumping for joy, shouting,
"Gold! Treasure!"
They were going to be rich. But the hole in the tree was a bit higher up. They were staring at it when Miss Hoppity told them, "I can hold you up. You can take a look, and if it looks safe, you can go in and get it." Both Harry and Larry were jumping up and down, telling Miss Hoppity to pick them up so they could take a look. Miss Hoppity picked up Harry in one hand and Larry in the other and raised them up. They were soon staring into the hole. Harry shouted,
"I see some old paper."
Then it was Larry.
"I see it. I think it's a map."
Miss Hoppity all the time had a strange smile on her face as she chuckled to herself. Harry and Larry were both trying to get in at the same time, but soon realized the hole was only big enough for one of them. Harry managed to squeeze in first and was soon holding the map to where Larry could grab it. He had it in his hand and was waving it about as Harry climbed out. Harry was trying to grab it.
"Will you let me take a look?"
They were back on the ground and both were pulling at it, trying to open it up. Miss Hoppity grabbed it, unfolded it, and put it on the ground. It was a definite treasure map. There was a big red X where it was buried, actually close to Miss Hoppity's house. Both the mice were jumping up and down, shouting how they were rich.
We're rich! We're rich! We're gonna have things!
But would Miss Hoppity and Larry and Harry the mice actually share the treasure? Or would they keep it for themselves? And why was Miss Hoppity smiling to herself so suspiciously? Well, tune in, and in a couple of days, we will find out what happens.